All right, everybody, welcome back to Dokkan. I am your host, Hayden. How you all doing today? Hope you're doing good, especially after our last episode of Dokkan, which we had two very cool guests on here. Adam, Kyle, thank you so much for being on here. It was a really fun one, honestly. A lot more fun than I thought it was going to be. But today's a very special episode, and I mean special, and you can't see it, but I have probably the biggest Grinch grin right now. I am not joined by people that you all know, well, maybe not know, at least people that are familiar on the podcast. Will, Dale, you all suck compared to these guys. I'm joined today by Dragon Ball Super Dope. Take it away, guys.
Oh, that's right. We brought our own goddamn theme music. It
Hey.
wasn't my idea, but you know what? I just roll with it. My name is Kyle, and he's GB. Hey, if you like Dragon Ball, that's cool. You probably do if you listen to this podcast, Dokkan. Thank you for having us, man. But yeah, check out our podcast, Dragon Ball Super Dope. I'm gonna lower this shit down now.
Oh god, man! Already, not even 3 minutes in, and I feel pathetic. I feel obsolete compared to this. God damn.
Dude, it's just my phone, a SoundCloud song, and me being a dummy. So, don't feel like you're outmatched in a battle of wits or something, because that ain't it.
I don't have an intro. That's what I mean. I don't have an intro theme song. That's why I feel just less.
Oh, dude, do yourself a favor. Find a song. Feel like you're getting ready to walk into a fucking wrestling ring. That was my entrance music just now. Also, GB, my partner on the manga review chapters that we do each and every month for the Super Dope feed. GB from the NPC podcast. Hey, man.
Hello. I'm also known as Dispo, and Kyle is also known as Farmer with a Shotgun because he lives on a farm.
Same! Yeah. Really?
Yeah. Oddly, I live on a farm with my Portuguese grandparents right now.
How big is your farm? How many acres?
We got like 10 acres, but we only use 2 of it.
Oh,
the other 8 is undeveloped.
Okay, there's a little bit of difference between our farms.
Yeah, I can imagine. You're in Oklahoma, right?
Yeah, we have 350 acres.
Oh, wow.
God damn.
I won
Electoral College. The fuck?
I won something. Yay!
Shit, man. 350. That's bananas. Well, good for you, man.
He's got a slight tree 50.
Yeah, a tree 50 acres. That's a lot, man. But cool. Well, I'm glad to learn that about you. Interesting Dokkan fact.
Yeah.
Big ass farms. Cool.
All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining on Dokkan. It honestly means a lot to have, other people out here that know Dragon Ball that I don't know to come join in and just have fun in this hour or however long this is. I'm going to maybe hour and a half.
Who knows, dude? Fuck it.
So tell me a little bit. I'll actually ask both of you this before I go into our thing. Kyle, tell me a little. You said manga review, but tell me a little more about your podcast. Is it just manga review? I've seen a little bit of it. Is that all there is, or?
No, we're all over the place. So we just celebrated 4 years in the month of August. We started in the summer of 2017. Mainly is just a project to kind of teach me how to make a podcast. I was interested in learning how to do that, and I had a group of friends that were sitting around watching Dragon Ball each week, and we'd all talk shit about it afterwards and, theorize and all that stuff. And I figured it would be a good test to learn how to podcast. So learned how to edit, how to distribute stuff, and we found a cool niche little audience. So we started on episode 102 of Dragon Ball Super. If you know the series, it ends at episode 131. So we ran out of shit to cover very quickly. Since then, we've done a myriad of shit. It's been like we did dub reviews after the fact. We've kept up with the manga month to month. We've done, like spoilers, reveal stuff for the drafts each month. Like it's kind of like a mix of, Dragon Ball news, but we also do like some deep dive into Dragon Ball subjects now as well. We're doing all of the Dragon Ball movies right now in order. The next episode that should be out for us for that, I think, will be The World's Strongest, the Dr. Wheelo movie. Did that one with my buddy Aunt Gramulia from CBR.com. But yeah, man, just mostly if it's about Dragon Ball, we'll talk about it so long as we can speak knowledgeably to it. And Dokkan is one of those things that GB plays religiously. I used to play it a lot a few years back, but it's something I don't feel comfortable talking about on my show because I don't know shit about the game anymore. So I thought it was interesting that you guys have a whole show dedicated to the game.
Honestly, if I'm being honest, as much as I love this game, I'm amazed this has lasted. You hit 4 years. Congratulations on hitting 4 years. That's a very big thing, especially because I hear some podcasts die out within like 3 or 4 months of release.
Yeah, 30 episodes is usually the make or break point. So it was Super Dope was good for me because I now produce podcasts for other businesses and stuff like that, and
Nice.
learned how to do all of that stuff while making Dragon Ball content. But usually 30 episodes. If you can make it past 30 episodes, you've got a good chance at continuing on with the grind. But a lot of people start podcasts and they're like, "Man, I'm not Joe Rogan yet. This sucks. I'm working so hard. This is awful."
You know what? I'm going to be talking to my mom. Teaches computer classes, and she's wanting me to go talk in front of the class and tell these kids. She has no faith in my podcast. Wanting me to go tell these kids that giving up on school to do podcasting and YouTubing stuff is a bit of a waste of time. And I was like, wow, Mom, thanks for the vote of confidence.
Wait a minute. So she wants you to go in as like a real life example as to what not to do after they get out of high school?
I think so. I think that's honestly what it is.
Yo, your mom's a savage, dude. That's so funny.
She doesn't mean it like that, but that's the way that it can be interpreted. She knows because we're at least right now on Spotify, we're getting to the point where we can actually start to monetize it, and it's not a lot of stuff, and that's why. It's because I'm actually living through the stuff, and I can say the highs, the lows of it all.
That's good, dude. I don't know. I don't think much about monetization, honestly, in terms of how Dragon Ball Super Dope works, because who the fuck wants to buy ads on our show? We are a little too what's the word? Unfiltered, baby.
Have you ever heard Dungeons? Have you ever heard the pod? You know what? I'm gonna actually ask this, but I feel like we're cutting off GB. GB, I am so sorry.
Yeah, I'm talking a lot, dude. Fucking talk some more, GB. Help me.
Talk. All
right, GB, he said you were part of another podcast called the NPC Podcast. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that too, please?
Yeah, so I am part of this podcast. It's actually the first podcast I was ever on, called the Non-Player Character Podcast, or the NPC Podcast for short. We had our original host, Paul, then joined also is his girlfriend, Katie. She's pretty much a Destiny 2 main. Then we have Dan, who we like to call our money man. He's the guy who's like, you know what the root is? Money.
Yeah.
And then we have Kent, who's an aspiring, I think, graphic designer, if I remember correctly. And then, of course, you have me, and I pretty much just play a bunch of things. It's Legend of Zelda nerd at heart. But we also have another guy named Jeremy, and we do have some special guests come on every once in a while, and we just talk about the gaming world, gaming news, about things that are to come, things that we'd like to come. It's a really cool podcast. We've been doing that for a couple years now too. I think probably around the same time that Kyle started his podcasting. But Paul's been basically a sound guy for most of his life. He knows about what's good sound, what's not good sound, how to change these things, how to make it better, and it's a really good time and a great way to stay in shape.
I fucking knew you were gonna end it like that, dude. I was thinking that the entire time. I'm like, it's a great way to stay in shape.
That actually sounds really cool. Like, honestly, before we started Dokkan When, my buddies and I were actually wanting to do some little podcast about games. But the problem was we play such diversity in the stuff, and we can't have the full conversations. Take me. I'm the one who'll spend 300 hours on a story game. I just spent 280 hours in Final Fantasy X, 100%ing it. A lot of time in it. And then you have my other one who go play Overwatch, and that's all he'll play. And the other one will play Ark or The Forest and stuff like that. So we couldn't come up with a good connection between the three of it.
I think you let your lack of congruity between your interests be your strength. Congruity, is that the fucking word? Either way, you say we're a great show because none of our shit makes sense, and look at all of our varied interests, and we're gonna talk about them all.
Welcome to Dokkan When.
Is that what the show is? You guys come in with the guise of a Dragon Ball Dokkan battle podcast, and then it's like, actually, let me tell you about Final Fantasy X.
Okay, let me tell you one of our most recent episodes. It was Dale and I. He's one of the big three. We actually wanted to talk about our best memories, and then like halfway through it, we devolved into talking about Herms. Do you guys know what Herms are?
Herms98 on Twitter?
No, herm, like an actual sculpture, a herm.
Oh, no idea. It
Oh
sounds like
yeah,
art or something.
I listened to the whole thing.
Hey Kyle, why don't you look up a herm for me really quick, just so you can kind of see what goes on. HERME.
Huh.
You may or may not be disappointed. I don't know.
Yo, this guy got a dick and no arms?
Yep. Welcome to Dokkan When. Nothing makes sense unless we know what we're talking about, and we just sometimes talk.
Jesus Christ. It's a head and then like a slab of, I don't know, granite or something. And then there's a little dick and no arms.
Yep.
Why do they all have dicks on them? There's a Buddha one? Jesus Christ, man. I don't like this.
I don't think
I don't
I'm
like this at all. Why'd you tell me to do this? I'm going to be getting weird targeted ads now.
Kyle's never going to be coming back on Dokkan When ever again. Oh man, this is going to be so sad. My only real guess, and I just immediately ran him off.
Yeah, man.
All
There's
right.
too many dicks around here.
All right, so I would love. I mean, we can talk for a little while, but I actually have a little bit of get to know you guys, just because it's just not a Dokkan When or Dokkan Who. I'm gonna call this Dokkan Whom in all technicality, because we're gonna have conversation along with getting to know you guys.
Wait a minute. Whom? Like
Whom
with an M?
with an M.
Oh.
I'm about to say
Alright,
Dokkan
alright.
Hoon, but Dokkan Hoon just sounds like some sex move.
It sounds like you're taking the word whore and poon and putting them together.
Yeah. All right, so
Poon.
we'll start off very simple. Kyle had said you played Dokkan years ago, and GB, you do play. But what got you guys into Dokkan? I guess we can start off with GB. GB, what got you into Dokkan?
What got me into Dokkan actually was a bunch of my friends. So I was in college, still am, but I was at community college, and my friends were like, "Hey, yo, there's this new game that we're all playing. You should try it out." I'm like, "Sure, what is it?" It's like Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle or Dokkan Battle, and I was like, "Okay, sounds interesting." And the funny thing is, which I think will surprise both of you, I never was really into Dragon Ball that much at that time.
Interesting.
The fuck
And
you say?
yeah, pretty much the mobile game got me into Dragon Ball, so I started playing it. And I remember it was actually during the banner where Physical Vegito Blue and AGL Goku Black were first introduced to the global side. And I was like, oh, these guys look cool. And I remember I just summoned, and I was like, I really want AGL Goku Black because he looks so cool. I know it's Goku. I didn't really know the whole story. And then I got not one, because again, y'all will know the rates at that time. That rate was super trash.
Mm-hmm.
I got 2 physical Vegetos
Damn.
in the same multi. And then later on, I was like, I don't know if this game is for me. So I deleted it.
I don't understand why you would do something like that. But then you obviously came back to the game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was maybe a couple months later, I was on summer break, and I was like, you know what? I should watch more Dragon Ball because I haven't really watched it. So I started watching from Dragon Ball Z, and then I continued on. I was watching Team 4 Star at the time too, so I was like, this is a time where I can actually understand it and really get to feel what I should feel. And it was an amazing trip, and I started playing Dokkan Battle as well while watching it because I was listening to the dub, and the dub was pretty good, I'll say. Of course, now I've been watching more of the sub for everything, and I love the sub.
Okay. At least I was honestly really afraid. Like one of our guys said he got it by accident. He was trying to find a different Dragon Ball game and found it, and so I'm always afraid someone's be like, I downloaded it one day, I was bored. But hey, with peer pressure, I guess is the right way to phrase it, right? You got peer pressured into Dokkan?
Yeah, man. Sounds like you did. Good for you, GB. I'm proud of you. I'm genuinely surprised to learn that you didn't like Dragon Ball previous to trying that game. Then you tried the game, didn't even like the fucking game, and then several months later you were like, actually, let me try that anime that I never watched again from that game that I didn't like. Oh shit, and I'm gonna download the game again. I don't know. It's a very suspect story, is all I'm saying.
Well, it's not that I didn't like it. It's just more the fact that my mother, she was like, I don't want you watching Dragon Ball because I guess she thought it was too violent at the time. And I'd say the biggest thing I remember And I remember as a kid watching this, and I was like, "Oh, my mom's gonna kill me." But I remember watching one episode. It came on, and I said I accidentally watched it, which of course my mom knew. She's like, "No, you didn't. You watched it." And it was the famous scene where Krillin blew up,
Oh.
and
And then
I
all of a
think
sudden,
like
Goku's like screaming and shit, and your mom busts in the room, and she's like, "What's that guy screaming about? Tell him to stop it. It's very loud."
well, luckily she wasn't there at the time, but I remember I had to go on the phone and talk to my dad because we were visiting family far away, and my dad called and I was like, "Dad, I'm sorry." He's like, "What?" And I'm like, "I watched Dragon Ball on accident." He's like, "It's okay."
I'm now just
Watched it on accident.
I'm now just imagining that whole thing of him saying, "Why is he screaming? Tell him to stop." She goes and just taps on the TV, "Quit screaming," and Goku just stops screaming mid-transformation and doesn't even transform.
Don't
just like,
make me
"I'm
turn the
sorry."
volume down on you, Goku.
That'd be
He's like,
hilarious.
"I'm sorry, you seem strong. Hey, what's your power level?"
Back when power levels
right.
meant something in the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Power levels are bullshit.
How about you, Kyle? You said you played for a little bit. Granted, you haven't played for a little while, but do you remember what got you into Dokkan?
I think I've been into Dragon Ball pretty much my whole life, like 6, 7 years old. I found Dragon Ball very young. I've always been a pretty hardcore fan. I think I first found out about it from like a Facebook sponsored ad, maybe. If not that, then I'm in like a bunch of different Dragon Ball like collector groups, things like that. People who trade like figures and old video games, shit like that. So it could have been one of those two things, like one of those groups. Somebody mentioned it in there, and I checked it out, or a Facebook thing. I saw that, and I checked it out from there. But yeah, I played. I want to say for the better part of like 3 years. I sent you guys screenshots of my box the other day. I just re-downloaded it, and I guess I kind of fell off because I don't know. It seemed like either my teams were too OP to do anything that was like fun, like I would able to just like win events because they didn't have like some of these big, huge boss nodes that they've got going on now that you talked to me
Yeah.
about the other day. So it was probably around the same time that those started to come into the game. Uh, all the other shit was really easy, and then those like I think they're called easy A's or something like that. um, those guys came in and were just punishingly hard and just like eating dragon stones like all day, every day. And I'm like, dude, fuck this game. It's either boring or it's punishing. Like, this isn't a good time. And I stopped.
Okay, I can
Oh,
agree
I'm
to
sorry.
that. I'm sorry I cut you off. I'm saying I can agree to the aspect of it. We had one of our guys, Dale, actually did that for a while. He stopped playing it because back in the olden days, you said, I'm assuming you probably started close to the beginning, so right around year 2, before year 2, he got too tired of the easiness of the game. And
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what kind of ranks you guys have. Like, what's like a really high rank?
I think, like right now in the whole Discord, I think I'm the highest at like almost 630.
Jesus Christ.
Jeez.
I'm a 215 on this account. I have it in my hands right now, looking through it.
I'm doing some link leveling right now, so I think I'm like 227. I think is my not 227, 627 is my actual rank.
Jesus Christ, man. I don't know what link leveling is. That sounds like a whole different thing, but I got off of Dokkan and moved on to Marvel Strike Force, and now I'm very addicted to that game. A game that I also hate a lot of the time, but also is genuinely fun and has like a good alliance feature to the game, so you can kind of, build a team. And I've become friends with a lot of the guys I've played with over the last couple of years, and I think the community aspect does keep me invested a little bit more than a game like Dokkan would have. Like, I feel like Dokkan's biggest like community building aspect was like add good players who have good leader skills for you to use when you go to do events or whatever. Like, that was it. Marvel Strike Force has kept me very invested in other people, unfortunately, because we're a team. But it has been fun. Like I just did a bunch of summons with you guys on Discord the other night, and I feel like I pissed off. I forgot who was in the room with us, but I pissed somebody off with some of my summons.
Yeah.
Got pretty lucky.
Oh, so he remembers you. He remembered he ticked you off.
Yeah, I didn't mean to, man. I mean, assuming he listens to the podcast, I mean, I got 268 dragon stones. Maybe we could do a couple summons at some point just to see if I can piss Ghost off again.
You know what? I'd be fine with that. I enjoy hearing that. There's a meme that we have. GB, you'll know this because he knows how units dodge. But there's a meme in our Discord that I steal people's dodge, and Ghost is the primary person. His units that have the ability, like the 70% chance to dodge, never dodge. And my units that have like 2% always dodge, and it ticks everybody off. It pisses people off.
Sounds like you're really lucky.
You have no idea. I once had a group of like 5 people in here doing that hard event, that God event you were doing. And all of them were sitting there with their 70% kings that could dodge, and none of them dodged. I'm sitting there with 8% and 70% or 50%. Not a single one of them got hit. And I just hear, what the fuck? And then they just leave. And
is it because you built out your characters? Like, I forget what they call how do you, like when you assign like other skills to them, like
hidden potential.
Yeah, hidden potential. That's what it's called exactly. Is it because you built the characters through hidden potential to be able to dodge more?
Only not truly. These ones at like the 70s and 50s are natural. That just kept doing this in their unit. There was one of my added 8% too, just because I needed to get a mission done, and it just pissed people off that 8 dodged more than their 70%.
Motherfucker, stop being so GD lucky.
You could be sweary. I don't care.
No, I say GD all the time because I can't help myself. I watch The Office a lot. Michael Scott lets out an occasional GD, and I thought it was the funniest thing in the world, and now I've adopted it into my vernacular. So, GD it is.
All right, fair. I thought you were saying, at first it sounded like you said GB, so it's like, well, GB you, and all that. It's like, wow.
GD, GB. Can you tell the difference? Not really when I say it like that. Discord is strange sometimes. Can't always hear shit.
It is. All right, and so this next one, I'm going to bounce back. We're going to start off with Kyle. Is GB, do you watch movies with Kyle, or is that a separate entity?
I actually haven't watched or happened to get to any of the movies with Kyle, but I've been meaning to.
Well, I've got you down for one, don't I?
Yeah, you do. I just don't know which day, and if so, I would be down to do it still.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was gonna make you do it either way, but so there's 20 Dragon Ball movies. I've recorded for the first 5. I know that Vaping Mike Norm, who no longer vapes, so just Norm the Storm. Norman has got the next one, which is the Tree of Might. I know Reese has got Lord Slug, or is it Reese? Fuck, I don't know. Anyway, I got it written down on a piece of paper somewhere. We will be doing at least one of the movies, maybe 2 of the movies together. But we also do like watch alongs in our Discord as well, like certain chunks of the anime and a movie every now and again. We were doing them on Saturdays. I think we're moving it to Wednesdays at some point in the next few weeks. But yeah.
Well, okay.
We watch movies together, or we will watch movies together very soon.
625, that's what my rank is. My question was, so if you would both had watched, since you watched movies, what has been, I'm assuming you've seen all the Dragon Ball movies, Kyle?
Yes, sir.
What would you say is your favorite Dragon Ball movie?
Wrath of the Dragon.
Any particular reason?
Because it's, I love Trunks. I love Future Trunks more than Little Kid Trunks, but the idea of Little Kid Trunks getting his sword, even though, it makes literally no sense as to why Little Kid Trunks gets the sword from this timeline and then grows up to be Future Trunks with the sword, makes no sense. But that movie's really cool. I like the dynamic of everyone's involved as well. It's like a group effort. It's not just like a Goku Vegeta show kind of deal. But the choreography and fight dynamics of Dragon Ball Z fighters versus like kaiju sized Godzilla level shit makes for some interesting visuals. Really good reveals, really beautiful animation in that one. Hoi is a weird, stupid, goofy villain, and I love him. And it's got the most iconic Dragon Ball jingle in the world, in my opinion, with the Tapion Ocarina song.
Yeah, that's no matter. I've heard people who hate on the movie but cannot hate on the Tapion or Goku's Dragon Fist. They like that final bit.
Yeah, hell Yeah. What is there to not like about that movie? Like, they pull a Dragon Ball out of a lion's mouth. That's funny. Gohan is relevant. Oh, is that why they hate it? Because Gohan has that dope opening scene in the beginning with the Great Saiyaman 1 and 2. Like,
I
there's so many good things in that movie. Who could ever say whatever, I'll shut up about it.
One of the things hate was just like the continuity of it because of the whole aspect of Trunks getting the sword but not being the sword, so it kind of almost ruins the aspect of future Gohan with some sort of situations that had. One of them was just the villains. Harudegarn was the coolest part, but the villain was overall unmemorable, and it's just kind of a boring story, is what one of my buddies have said. Actually, it's one of those movies you can only watch once because it's.
Yeah, right.
I mean, yeah, I'm not going to say my movie yet, but hey, GB, how about you? What's your favorite Dragon Ball movie from what you have seen?
Oh man. I don't have a lot. So I've seen only maybe 3 movies. Yeah. If you don't count the Team 4-star editions. But I've probably seen about like, let's see. I actually watched Dragon Ball with Janemba. I forget that movie.
Fusion
Fusion
Reborn.
Reborn.
That's a good movie.
Fusion Reborn. It was a pretty cool movie. I agreed with like this one YouTuber. Basically, he said that like, why is it that we only got to see Gogeta for 10 seconds, but it's whatever. I really liked, what was the other one? Oh, I really liked Battle of Gods. Battle of Gods, I really enjoyed. And then of course my top number 1 of all time right now has been Dragon Ball Super Broly.
See, I'm going to amend my answer to say that I'm fully aware that Dragon Ball Super Broly is the best Dragon Ball movie ever made. Like, in terms of the story, in terms of the production, in terms of like financial box office success. It's not even a question of opinion. Dragon Ball Super Broly is the best Dragon Ball movie. However, my favorite, Wrath of the Dragon.
Wouldn't if I'm not trying to? I don't like to be argumentative, but wouldn't Battle of Gods technically be the best because it revitalized the Dragon Ball franchise? It's my favorite Dragon Ball movie is Battle of Gods, with Cooler's Revenge as number 2.
I got a Cooler's Revenge poster on my wall that I know we're not doing video for that, but Cooler's Revenge is my second favorite one, actually. But no, Battle of Gods is an objectively good Dragon Ball movie. And 2013, I think, is the year that happened. Like, the hype around the fandom at that point in time, after not having anything new for so long, like, just like taking that into consideration, like what it did for the fandom at that time with the announcement of the movie, never mind actually watching the movie, it meant a lot to a lot of people. It was cool to have some community around Dragon Ball again.
Yeah,
And then the movie itself was also pretty fucking cool.
like my dad, we had a thing a while back when my parents had to watch any movies I would recommend, and I'd have to watch anything they recommend. They'd maybe watch like Gone with the Wind and like all the Godfathers, like all those many hours gone of my life.
Gone with the Wind, like, that's kind of torturous, I feel. But the Godfather movies, did you have to watch Godfather 3?
They made me watch all the Godfathers, like all of them.
Godfather 1 and 2 are some of the best movies ever made. Godfather 3, I've never watched it. I've seen bits and pieces of it, and it seems like not a very Godfather movie. But I'm glad your parents are making you be cultured, man. You got to appreciate these older films.
I watch a lot of, like, one of my favorite ones was Rain Man. That's one of my favorite older movies, and Sling Blade are some of my favorites.
Wait. Oh,
Hell
never
yeah.
mind. I was thinking of Rain on Me with Adam Sandler.
Rain on Me, Rain Man, same shit.
Listeners,
Rain
if
on Me
you
was a
ever-
good movie too. Or
if
Rain
you
Over
have
Me.
not watched that movie, Rain on Me, really good serious role, Adam Sandler.
Okay,
That's all I'm saying.
I'll check it. I'll put it in my little scribble noteboard here on my left. But I had my parents watch Battle of Gods, and neither one of them had ever seen anime. That's why I was telling them once, Dad, anime is cool! No, it's not. There's nothing cool about any sort of anime. The animation is weird. They don't even move their lips like they're talking. They just move them up and down. Dad, you're watching this movie. And he and my mom both...
My dad does the same.
And both my parents watched it. My mom, who still doesn't watch animated stuff, even said, you know what, it is kind of cool. And my dad's like, you know what? The animation, I still don't like the talking. That was a damn cool movie.
For context, how old are your parents roughly?
Right now, this was 2015, so they would have been My dad is, I think, 42.
In 2015, he was 42.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So I'm just trying to get like an idea of when they would have grown up and like
Uh,
what kind of cartoons or television they would have been into
uh,
given that time period.
my mom grew up a little. My mom is mid-50s. She grew up with Little House on the Prairie and the Waltons. My dad grew up with Transformers, G.I. Joe, Fraggle Rock, and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, he's like an 80s
Gotcha.
baby. I
Yeah.
grew up in the 80s. That's cool.
But
Well,
yeah,
I'm glad that you were able to trick them into watching that crazy Japanese animation, Japanimation.
yeah. I say it wasn't a trick. It was our deal. But I had to watch Gone with the Wind to make up for that 2-hour movie. I had to watch a 4-hour movie about a girl. The first it was yandere. What are they called? Tsunderes, I think, is where they're like, I'm not in love. Yeah, like I'm not in love, but secretly I am in love, kind of thing.
Huh.
Isn't that what
Battle
it
of
is?
the Gods is probably like, I'll guess Battle of Gods is 90 minutes tops. Like your parents got off fucking light, in my opinion. Did they have to watch Gone with the Wind when you watched it? I'll bet you they didn't.
They did. My mom was the one who suggested it. My mom was the one who suggested it. Oh, I love Gone with the Wind. Come watch it, Hayden. Robert, that's the name of my dad. Come watch it too. He's like, why do I have to? It's part of our family deal. I tried to make it. I did this as I wanted our family to have more bonding time because all of us. I'd be in my room playing PlayStation, Mom would be watching the Waltons, and Dad would be outside playing like Mario Brothers or something like that. And I wanted us to have a little more bonding, so I thought this movie shebang would have worked, and it did work for about a year.
Good for you, dude. That's fucking nice.
And then my dad, after that, Gone with the Wind, was like, I don't know how long I can do this. I don't know how long I can be forced to watch these kind of movies.
Dude, you guys got to pick cooler movies. Watch like the fucking Terminator, the first 2 Terminator movies. That's a good family bonding experience. Bring it back, man. Bring back family movie night. Make family movie night awesome again.
I want. The problem is now it's just we don't. My dad is now goddamn addicted to Hallmark movies, and it pisses me off.
Oh, dude, you ain't never gonna rescue him from that fucking brain rot. One of my good friends is addicted to that shit. She got a fucking subscription to the Hallmark app between the months of like October and January just because she loves Hallmark movie Christmas shit. Oh my god, it's awful.
My mom was watching Cowboys versus Aliens one time, and my dad came in griping, like, why are we watching this? Why can't we watching Hallmark? And he apparently turned it to Hallmark, and my mom left to go continue watching Cowboys versus Aliens. So movie night's not going to ever be the same with Hallmark around now.
Oh my god, man. Like Christmas time though, I bet you he'll be feeling some type of way watching these movies about like the small town girl who came up in the small town and then the popular guy who like made it big and moved away to Los Angeles comes back to town and they got to like reconnect when they like meet at a radio station and then he has to like teach her the meaning of Christmas because she's worked so hard to ascend to where she lives in her career, and she like lost the spirit or whatever. Your dad'll love that shit and maybe he'll get you some really great Christmas toys.
Let me tell you this. My dad is very mathematical with stuff. 54 minutes. He found this out. At 54 minutes, the characters in the Love Hallmark movies realize or are about to have their first kiss, and it's interrupted at 54 minutes in every single one. He found this out because of how many he watched.
Dude, your dad's got like a formula brain thing going on, and he just enjoys like the I don't know, like the copy and paste formula to make these shitty Hallmark movies. Kind of like how all reality television shows are kind of like the same. Like there's certain beats and formula that they're going to have throughout all of them. And you can kind of like predict what's going to happen next. Some people do that with reality television. Your dad does it with the Hallmark Channel.
Yeah, he's very mathematical. Like honestly, he's math-wise, I think he's one of the smartest people I've ever met in math-wise. So he can literally do like 15-step equations in his head in like the span of like 20 seconds and get the answer right, and it ticks people off.
Wow.
Nope. No, thank you.
All right, we actually went a little bit off Dragon Ball. We were asking the movies, went Battle of Gods, and somehow turned into Hallmark. Don't watch Hallmark, people.
It's important to know that you can enjoy both things, Hallmark movies and the Battle of Gods.
I don't watch Hallmark. I cannot do the copy and paste because I'm like, I will see the first 2 characters in the movie. Oh, they're going to love each other or they're not. That's it.
I mean, isn't that the same for like all characters in a movie though? Either they're gonna love each other or they're not. Conflict and or romance ensues. That's basically every movie ever written.
Yeah, but they have coolness that happens in between. Like take Marvel movies. They love each other, they don't love each other. Iron Man, the whole Iron Man franchise is just him falling in love with Pepper, and there's coolness in between.
Falling in love with Pepper and out of love with booze. Robert Downey Jr., a redemption story coming to you live on Hallmark.
No, no, it's not even starring Robert Downey Jr. Who would be starring?
The guy who was DJ Tanner's boyfriend on Full House, who did the voice of he was a voice of a cartoon that I can't think of what it was. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Rami Malek.
Steve on Full Horse.
It'll be Rami Malek is playing Robert Downey Jr. in The Downs.
Oh my god.
Dude, Rami Malek, I feel, wouldn't do that. But
I don't know. You never know. That's the funny thing. It's stupid.
nah, he's an accomplished actor. We're calling up Steve, the quarterback from Full House, who dated Bob Saget's daughter, DJ. Can't think of his real actor name.
I can't either.
Can't think of who he voiced in a cartoon. God damn it. Whatever. That guy's my pick.
We're gonna
Moving
find.
on.
All right. Yeah, back for my next question before we go back into it. I'm going to start for this next little thing. I'm going to split apart since you guys aren't. One of you is Dokkan, one of you is not. And I'm not going to be asking, I'm going to try and keep similar questions from time to time, but for the most part, I'm going to have a little diverse. So I asked Kyle, GB, you're next, my friend. Since you play Dokkan and have for quite a while, it seems, what would you say is your favorite unit in the game?
Oh, that is a really good question. Now, if we're talking, I kind of put them into different categories, I guess. If we're talking about like super attacks, most of them will have to be a Goku unit. It's either a Goku or some type of Potara fusion or just regular fusion in general. I think my favorite one has to be the STR, the strength unit, Goku and Vegeta, who put together Potara and become Vegito and Super Vegito.
Really, I like
that one is one of my favorites just because the Boo arc, I think, is my favorite arc of all time. I don't know why, it just is. But when we're going if we're going to like regular character units, there'd definitely be AGL UI or the Intellect Vegeta, sorry, because I love their active skills so much. Like they're both really pinnacle moments in Dragon Ball Super where it's like everyone was really hyped about it when they were watching. They're like, "Oh shit, they're doing the things!" And like when Goku comes out with that roar and then that punch, it's beautiful. And especially when you get that windscreen from that,
Yeah.
it is so worth it. I sadly have never gotten the windscreen from Vegeta's super ability or special ability, whatever you may want to call it. Active skill, there we go. But also it's just really cool because like they had like revive mechanics, and I think those were like the first units in the game and in global that has the revive mechanic, and I love it. Like for UI Goku's super easy, super relaxed. Like you just gotta get hit 2 times and then you get down to certain health and die. If you die on that turn, you're saved.
Yeah. I'm not how to say. I saw the revive. When I beat Hellas, I actually beat her with Vegeta's AOE thing. It was really kind of cool. I just, as it comes down to it, as time's gone on, I don't like the Goku for his revive because he has 70% dodge chance on top of that, so it's a lot harder to activate than the Vegeta who just gets hit 7 times. But I can agree. There's some really awesome units. I like the art of both of them. Just the base art, it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Oh yeah, I agree. Like, and I think for Dokkan too, we're gonna just see it get so much better.
Without a doubt. Like the brand new, Kyle actually pulled the brand new Goku the other day, the Super Saiyan Goku, whenever we got him back in.
Oh, you
hell yeah,
bastard.
suck it, Ghost.
wasn't expecting that. Oh my god, that was just fucking funny. That's hilarious.
I mean that in good fun.
Uh-huh. Sure you
What
do.
did I get? I got a Goku. I have my box in front of me. I don't know. Which one are you talking about?
It's that intelligent Super Saiyan Goku from Planet Namek.
Intelligence.
It's from the battle where Goku obviously turns Super Saiyan for the first time and fights Frieza.
Oh, his face is dirty. His shirt's ripped. That's actually a very nice picture of him.
Yeah, okay, you know, yeah, I forget if I start saying these kind of things, it might not be the most, because if I start saying int, his super attack effect does this. Yeah, when he fought Frieza, Super Saiyan, first time.
I know what int means.
Oh, really? What does it mean?
It means purple, motherfucker. I know my colors.
It means intellect.
Oh, yeah. I thought it meant intelligence.
Or sorry,
actually.
intelligence. Sorry.
Not to nitpick, but yeah, I know the colors. So back up, bud.
I was thought he was gonna be like, I know what it means. It means I know that.
It means I'm into telling you to shut the fuck up. No, I know the colors. I swear to God. I even know what colors are strong against the other colors.
Good job. It's not like it constantly reminds you when you're in battle already.
Dude, I'm just saying I haven't really played this game in like 3 years or whatever, 2 years. And I think it's funny that I remember certain things about it. But now, I don't think it's funny anymore. I just think you're rude.
Well, I was meaning it just because I know you haven't played. But actually, back to you. We got you back into Dokkan. I say we got you back in. We got you to re-download Dokkan. How's that been go? Have you played anymore, or did you just go do the summons? It's like, nah, I'm done with you.
So yeah, we linked up the other night in the Discord, and I re-downloaded it, got a few summons in. I guess I pissed off some people. I'm sorry about that. Not really, but yeah, I opened it again just now while I was talking to you. So I don't know, like I kind of want to play a little bit, but like the stuff that I don't know, like I feel like I'm ill-equipped to take on any of the new content that the game's put out in the last few years since I've been gone. And I still feel like the old content that I'll have to go through to like build up the characters that I need to be able to compete in certain events or whatever, that'll probably just get me bored to tears sooner rather than later again. So I don't know. I do know that I have a bunch of Dragon Stones and that I want to do some summons. But which banner do you think I should pull from?
Actually, you have the Goku. Theoretically, I could say go to the Vegeta one, but if you want to wait till the end, I like to end our episodes with summons. So GB, do you happen to, when we come to the end of it, GB, do you have 5 stones?
Ooh.
I have more than 5 stones. I have 108 total.
Well, I have 4, and I'm about to buy 4 more. 3 more. I can have 7.
288.
All right, so yeah, when we come to the end of this, we can all do our summons. You guys can do multis or singles, whatever you do. But then when it comes to the end of it, we're not at the end of it. Don't worry, we're not at the end, everybody. We still got a little more of yelling at each other.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep yelling. I swear. All right,
yelling into the endless void.
Yeah,
we need
can hear when you're screaming in digital.
We need GB's mother to come in and say, "Turn that volume down! Stop screaming!"
The fuck is that kid screaming on your computer for? Tell him to shut his mouth.
The I'm a grown man. Is that she's this sweet Caribbean lady that you would never think would ever do that, and then when you just hear it, you're like, "That is hilarious, comedy gold."
I know people like that. I had to house sit for my pastor about a month ago, and whenever they came back from vacation, they have 3 kids, 8, 6, and 4. They came in, and I've met this lady. She's a very nice lady. I've never seen her get on to anybody. But whenever she got on to her kids, it was like the wrath of God struck her and went into them. I was sitting there, like, oh my God, that's horrifying. But I left, and when she left the room with the pastor, he and I just started laughing. It's like, that doesn't happen that often. I'm sorry you had to see that. That's the funniest thing I've seen all week. Your kids look like God, like they just had their hearts ripped out of them and just replaced with fear.
Jesus Christ! I'm sure those kids will grow up to be happy, healthy people.
Yes, they will.
There's some very happy. Honestly, I was over there the other night. I gave them the Kingdom Hearts series. The kids are starting to play through it, and I was like, "Yes, Kingdom Hearts is going to slowly take over the world." And they're just very happy ones, all playing Kingdom Hearts.
Cool, man. Maybe they'll start a Kingdom Hearts podcast in 20 years and have you to thank for it, and you'll be part of their origin story.
This one man, he was just over at a house from time to time. We don't know why.
And then Hayden came to house sit and accidentally left his copy of Kingdom Hearts 2 in my PlayStation.
All right, so I started off. There'll be another. So we're going to start off with another Kyle question. So, Kyle, you ready for another question?
I'm always ready for questions.
All right, since you said you're going through the entirety of Dragon Ball, like at least movie-wise, and you've probably gone through the entirety of the series 2, Dragon Ball through Super.
No, that would be such a fucking stupid task. We've done. The idea was to follow Dragon Ball Super when it was on television. When we started, we found a little audience. We decided to keep it going. We got really into it, and then we had no more episodes. So since then, it's been like a smorgasbord of different stuff. We did keep it Dragon Ball Super specific for a bit, but we've done like certain DBZ episodes in the past or like certain arcs in the past. We did do a number of the original Dragon Ball, like the first, I want to say like 20-ish episodes for our Patreon, like an exclusive podcast as like an extra thing there. But no, we have not covered every episode on the podcast because how many?
I was meaning more like, do you know, like, if I asked you like a thing, could you say? I was going to ask you what your favorite like your 3 favorite sagas through the entirety of Dragon Ball.
Oh, all right, cool. Yeah, I've seen it all. If that's yeah. So I've seen all of Dragon Ball. Yes. I'm a big fan of the 21st Budokai, which is the one where Goku fights Jackie Chun and like all of those cool little characters in the middle of that. Namu is one of my favorite like minor characters from that early arc. Kind of an unconventional pick probably, but that's one of them. I'm trying to think another 2. It's tough for me to because I love like the Cell arc in its entirety, but when I say that, I mean like I love the androids part of it as well. Like, and that's I think I would say that I like the androids arc. And that's like from Trunks coming back to give them the warning all the way up through 16, 17, 18, driving around in the van, like robbing dudes for cash and clothes. Like,
Yeah.
I love that little stretch of Dragon Ball. And then a third one, I don't know, man. I was on another podcast a few weeks back and I had a similar question, but it was specific to Dragon Ball Super. And I realized that the Tournament of Power arc is, in fact, my favorite Dragon Ball Super arc. But I don't know if that's like top 3 throughout the whole series. I guess Vegeta. Like you can't go wrong with the early Saiyan arc Vegeta. Those are probably my 3 favorite ones. 21st Budokai, Vegeta, Android Saga. There we go.
Okay, that's honestly, every time I've heard somebody say something, they're always I'm not going to say fake fans, but the generic of just Dragon Ball Z. Like I've never heard anybody give a Dragon Ball as like any saga in Dragon Ball being one of their favorites. It's always here's my 3 favorite sagas: Frieza,
Yeah.
Saiyan, and Cell
Yeah.
in that exact order every single time.
I mean, Dragon Ball is, in my opinion, the best of the series, but it's also because it's a way funnier, show, way funnier comic series. However you want to ingest it, it's funny regardless. But once they get to Dragon Ball Z and they ramp up like the power levels and the sci-fi aspect, the comedic quality of Dragon Ball starts to kind of go away, and they go through like some real heavy shit with Frieza and the androids and Cell. And then the comedy starts to trickle back in when you get to around the Majin Buu saga. Dragon Ball Super's done a really good job of keeping its comedy consistent throughout. But that first Dragon Ball series is so fucking funny. And
Yeah,
in a lot of ways, like I think, especially that first Dragon Ball arc, the quest for the Dragon Balls, because it was written as like Toriyama had no intention to continue after that. He just thought he was going to go make another series after this quick little run thing, and it got very popular or whatever. He, kind of wrote that as like its own story. And then from there, it's like, all right, now we're a martial arts manga. And he still managed to come in and tell some interesting stories within and set like the precedent for all of the shonens that would follow in his footsteps. But I don't know, man. If you are somebody who listens to this show, you listen to Dokkan Wen, and you don't watch the OG Dragon Ball series, you're doing yourself a disservice. You should definitely check it out. It's the funniest of them all, best one.
I can remember a lot of like one of the. Granted, I think Dale and I once actually talked about it. We're surprised that in today's culture, Dragon Ball hasn't been canceled.
I just got canceled in Argentina. I had some Mexican Nazis try to roll me about it on Twitter.
I remember reading about that, and I was like, "There's no way," because we have a joke in here, and I'll sell this to GB if it's Dokkan talk. He'll actually know it. GB, we predict the future when it comes down to Dokkan. Like we predicted the Master Roshi LR with the revive mechanic. We predicted the revive mechanic in the game.
Right.
Like in our second episode, we actually predicted it, the entirety of it, and we actually predicted, I guess, this of Dragon Ball being canceled because it's like it's truly in today's thing. It's very unflattering, I guess is the right way, because it has nudity, it has very pervy old man, which everything seems to have. But we were amazed, but I didn't think it was ever going to happen because it's so beloved through the world. It's one of those things like, it's wrong! Yeah, we know it's wrong, but it's great, so fuck you! We're keeping it!
Yeah. In terms of like predicting stuff, it's funny because when the Argentinian government, basically they get to that episode where they're training for the Tournament of Power. Master Roshi is training and he asks Puar to take on the shape of like a hot young chick so that way he can like take her behind the shed and, not force himself upon her. And that's like his training for the day. So that's a pretty fucked up training.
Yeah.
And
that was hilarious.
It was.
I remember when that aired, I was like, dude, this is fucked up. Like, this would never fly on a TV show in America. And when the Argentinian thing came out, I like went back and found the episode that I did it on. I mentioned it very quickly to who was it? SS Goshen 4, the toy collector, because she did a guest spot and we watched that episode together. And I went back and I found the sound and I was just like, well, is this predicting the future or am I just like common sense? But whatever. I just like retweeted the story on Twitter and was like, hey guys, remember that time I said that? That was wild, huh? A whole country of Argentina agrees with me. And then all of a sudden, all of these right-wing Nazi guys from Mexico, like their Twitter accounts were in Spanish. They just started tweeting all this mean, hateful shit at me and my friend because I don't know, we too thought that Dragon Ball can be problematic at times, and they don't like the Argentinian government censoring their anime, I guess. I don't really know, but didn't think it was that big of a deal. But my Twitter feed said otherwise for a couple days.
I mean, didn't it honestly, if it was a censorship thing, it wouldn't be a problem, I think, but the fact that it was taken out entire, at least that's what I remember reading. I could be wrong on this, but I thought it was literally no Dragon Ball in Argentina in any way, shape, or form because of that. Or it could have just been Super. I know I remember something with it. And that's, I think, why a lot of people were upset with it, is they didn't censor it like they did with Mr. Popo in the Funimation dub of Dragon Ball Z.
Oh yeah, the kids when they made them blue, you mean?
Yep.
Yeah, I forget exactly. It's like a Nicktoon version of it or something. That was stupid, but it was the Dragon Ball Z Kai, I think. I don't know. Doesn't matter. The Argentinian government, I think, said we're taking it off the air and we're gonna like reassess what we're gonna do for the future of the series, if we're gonna release it here or not. I was the last I knew, and that is around episode 89, I want to say. So there's still another 40 episodes. If it's airing for the first time in Argentina right now, and they've been waiting for it to get dubbed in their language, or have been waiting for it to air on television in their country, and there's still 40 episodes left for them to watch, and they're not going to be able to do it. I can see why they'd be pissed, I guess, but
yeah.
Also, Master Roshi trying not to rape a cat transformed into a woman is pretty fucked up, and I wish. I want to say Toriyama. Toriyama didn't make that decision. It was Toei who made that weird effed up decision to have him do that. I don't know. Problematic. Argentina, I guess you're problematic too. I don't know. You can have two different opinions and not agree with something. I don't know. I've lost it.
Yeah, we had admitted that he was Roshi, and it was a bit of a problematic character in all entirety of it, and we just were amazed that nothing had happened yet. But we didn't think anything. We didn't think anything would. But back to GB, because I feel really bad. I feel like we're leaving GB out. GB, I really am sorry if we're leaving you out of stuff.
No, it's good. Honestly, I like hearing this stuff because it of course it opens up the mind, and it really does. Like I will agree with Kyle. Like it really does introduce sort of that problem, but also I feel like that's just such a regular anime trope with things. Like, I mean, going back to the days of Inuyasha, like you literally had a monk who would grope women and say, "Have my child."
Yep, I remember him. What's his name? Oh, what's his name?
I don't even remember his name. That's the funny part.
Okay, I'm gonna Google this while I ask you your question. Oh, hey, Kyle, Bartik is
Yo.
in my top thing in my Google thing.
Yeah, man, you got to stop with those weird porn searches. What did I tell you?
Hey, I don't do it. Dale looked it up once in one of our episodes. But
damn, Dale.
yeah, you need one of our thing. I think it's our talking about year 6. But anyway, GB, since you've played it and you said favorite is R2LRs, what unit would you say deserves an LR? Like what character from the Dragon Ball series?
Oh man. So I actually thought about this when you first talked to me about like the questions, and so I really was thinking so it's between a couple characters, but one of them is my favorite character but already has LR. There's another one that I think they could revamp the LR and make him a lot better. And that so basically I'll give like my top 5.
Okay.
Number 5 being LR Goku Black. Yes, we do have one, and we do have an int transforming Goku Black,
Ugh.
but I feel like they should definitely make that into an LR and make maybe possibly, or actually, sorry, LR merge Zamasu.
Okay.
I feel like that needs to be an LR. Or if they can upgrade the tech one so that he has an active skill, which then he turns into Fuse Zamasu, I feel like that'd be perfect. Number 4 would definitely have to be man, I think another one that would be really good would be I'd probably say a LR Super Broly, because we don't have one yet. And I know that like a lot of people are speculating like, oh, we may get one very soon, but I don't think we're gonna get one soon enough. Maybe in the next year, but I feel like that's something we really need because um last year's hype, which was what units released last year?
Oh,
The LR Vegito and LR Gogeta, right?
that
Yeah, I think that was it.
What?
But
oh god, it's so hard to
But
remember what units come out.
when we got that next banner and it had LR Goku Black and then LR like Broly Chilai and whatever that other guy's name is,
Oh
I
yeah, okay, I do know
really
what you mean. I'm sorry for cutting you off. Okay, the
no,
year
it's all good.
the year 5 we got the Gogeta Blue and the Vegito Blue. Okay.
Yeah, I was really upset because I was just like, I mean, the super attack was really cool, but I really wanted just an LR Super Broly, and I was kind of pissed off that we didn't get that. You know,
Yeah, I can
I felt
understand.
like that was something that we really did deserve and needed. But, anyways, number 3 would definitely have to be. It's kind of one that I think is very forgotten, but I would love to see an LR Goku Blue turning into Kaioken,
Yes.
and that his active ability is the Kaioken. Like that would be so much better. Number 2 would definitely have to be. I'm gonna be honest. I would love to see another LR Gohan, but I want it to be Super Gohan, where he's an adult and awakens he awakens himself again and he becomes strong. And I would love it to be just that, like the attacks be from the fight scene of Goku versus Gohan. Like when they have that little training session. That would be super dope. And then number 1, of course, and I feel like this is something that the community has been saying. I want an LR hit so badly. He is such a cool character, and the fact that like Dragon Ball Dokkan hasn't given him like his flowers when it's due. It's like it's kind of upsetting. Like, I play another mobile game, Legends. That's a different story, but they just released within like the past couple months, like a hit and a Goku. And the Goku had a revive mechanic, and the hit was just a regular hit, but he's a super cool defensive type of unit, and I really love him. But I feel like we need an LR hit, and I don't want a free to play one because I don't want to have to grind 777 medals just to get him.
Fair enough. Honestly, an LR hit would be neat, and one of them we've actually thought people in our Discord. There's actually two of them we've actually talked about. Europe, Kaioken Goku, Kaioken Blue Goku, and the hit we've actually wanted a Goku hit LR from whenever they fought in the Tournament of Power.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That'd be a fun one to have their little team thing, because and even if they didn't technically fight the same person, they just fought back to back. They could still do the cross events like on the Pan and Grandpa Gohan unit and Mecha Frieza and King Cold. They could just make unit super attacks out of the wazoo because fuck them. Why not? And the Kaioken Blue one, I think was actually about a week ago, we talked about giving him either a... I had a thought of a new addition to the Rage mode, where he goes Rage mode, but instead of being for like six attacks, he is Rage mode, but he can still link up with stuff. So he's in his normal form, Rage mode up. He doesn't take damage. He does a stupid amount of damage, but he still has links to make him even better. And it only lasts for a couple turns because a Kaioken takes a strain on the body.
Oh yeah, definitely. And something cool. Now, of course, for most of the Dokkan One listeners, I'm pretty sure you probably listen or watch some YouTubers like Rhymestyle, Nano, things like that. There was something that Nano talked about in a way back video, maybe about a year or 2 years ago. But he talked about how there's a unit, like he wishes there was a unit that like maybe had a transformation or something, but depleted health along the way. But he gives like a super amount of crits or anything like that. I feel like that would be perfect so that Kaioken Goku, like before he died, before you like really low on health, he or untransforms from Kaioken just back to blue.
That'd be really interesting. That'd be really cool because I like the realism of it. That like lowers HP on super attack. Otherwise, it could be. I feel like lowering. Let's say if it's unless it was like 7% HP at start of turn. Actually, that'd be okay. I like that idea.
That's a funnier thing, huh?
I like that. GB, you officially have the best idea of a new unit I've heard out of a very long time. Congrats.
Thank you.
Represent.
When you play religiously, you kind of get thoughts.
Yeah, like I'm gonna tell you this. Have you heard my Future Gohan rant that I've been bitching about for almost a year now?
Oh, that's another unit that honestly needs an LR.
A Future Gohan into Future Trunks unit.
Yes.
All right, Kyle. I know you don't play Dokkan, but hear me out and tell me what you would think about a unit like this.
Okay.
This unit changes from Future Gohan Super Saiyan into base form Trunks, who then goes one turn as base form, and then the next turn transforms into Super Saiyan whenever he finds Gohan.
Okay, so one turn, right? And he's base form. What happens if he gets knocked out in that one turn before he transforms? Does he like just transform anyway? Like
it's not. Here's the way I have him built is a Gohan himself is going to support the team. Like he's going to probably be like 3 categories. He's going to support all those categories. So Hybrid Saiyans, Bond of Master and Disciple, and let's say, because I technically think he should be a siblings bond, because him and Trunks have a brotherly bond. I think it should be like that. It goes to the Trunks in his base form. He has a guaranteed dodge for that one turn, but he cannot damage at all. And then he goes into Super Saiyan Trunks, who is basically just fuck you damage.
hell yeah. I could get behind that. I mean, Future Trunks Special is one of the most emotionally resonant moments in the entire, I don't want to say series, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, and Future Gohan's my absolute favorite Dragon Ball character. Gohan, Bardock, and then everybody else sucks.
Man, you must love this most recent manga chapter with Bardock coming around.
Oh, without a doubt. And you know what? I think that'd be we're hitting an hour, and I think it's a good... I mean, I've asked you guys some pretty good questions, and I think we can segue to a little bit of what you guys do so they can get a little feel of Dragon Ball Super Dope on the Dokkan Wen side.
Who wants to start? GB, you like the chapter. You want to go?
Sure, why not? Personally, I loved it. I liked it because it did. Now, of course, I know Kyle, your opinion's very different from mine, but in this aspect, I definitely respect your opinion on that. Like, I agree. It's kind of a thing. It's like, oh yeah, hey, remember this guy who it's not really like responsible or not responsible, but I guess more like not really relative to the series anymore. Yeah, we're gonna just mention his name. Now, granted, yes, I can see that, but I personally like it because it's gonna give us a little something else in regard to Bardock's character in a sense. And I love that. I just love character building. Like when they showed those little things where maybe it's like the character did go a little out of its way or her way and made a difference. I like that. I personally do like those things.
That is a very charitable way to put it, because you and I both know perfectly well that they're not going to do a whole lot with Bardock. I don't think they before we pressed record, Hayden and I we were waiting for GB to show and talking about this last chapter and Bardock coming up and why it kind of pissed me off. And one of the reasons, I've got a couple of reasons, but the first reason I cited to him was it does feel like kind of a fan servicey moment, and you could equate it to something, or at least we'll see how this goes. If I end up being wrong, so be it. But I feel like it's just going to be a way to let Goku know about his dad and have the idea that he saved Granola and his mom be like a precursor to what he goes back to Planet Vegeta and then does by trying to start an uprising against Frieza and saving Goku. Like, I imagine that's how this is going to tie together. I don't think Bardock's coming back from the dead or like he's out there training somewhere. But I equated it to that moment in the Zamasu arc where they get desperate. They use the Patara earrings. Vegito Blue happens. And even though it's like 2 episodes, it's an awesome fight, like some seriously sick animation in those episodes. Like I think it's like 67, 68, somewhere around there.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome episodes, but if you think about it, Vegito Blue doesn't ultimately have an impact on the outcome of that arc. Like they could have skipped over Vegito Blue and it wouldn't have impacted the arc at all. Like it doesn't really have much consequence. And I feel like that too was just another fan servicey moment that ultimately was a precursor to them not being able to land an arc successfully. The end of the Zamasu Black arc, the way it builds up is beautiful. There's so much potential there, and then they just shit the bed at the end and literally have to press an erase button. I hope that this Bardock mention isn't like a precursor to a shitty end to this Granola the Survivor arc, because I feel like it might be. So yeah, also my other big beef with it is Bardock consistently being retconned to be like a nicer, softer, gentler Saiyan or whatever. Like I get like the want to be able to do that. Like Bardock's a very popular character. But what always made me love Bardock and in turn love Goku even more when I was a kid was the fact that Goku and Bardock were so different. And it's because Goku smashed his head when he was a kid, like the destructive tendencies and bad man nature of the Saiyans, um, was evidenced through Bardock, and Goku was going to be that, and then he wasn't. So the dichotomy between those two, like you're not like directly affected by your DNA or your lineage or whatever. Like you can be a good person despite like where you come from, a destructive planet of fucking Saiyans that professionally exterminate planets. You don't have to be that. And every time they go and bring Bardock back, and they're like, actually, he's actually kind of a good guy, and like he saved people. He was a hero too. Like it just, I don't know, like it does. It improves the character of Bardock a little bit, I guess, but at the expense of your main character for the entirety of the series, pretty much, in Son Goku. Like I feel like it makes him a little bit less special every time they say that he wasn't the offspring of these cold, ruthless asshole Saiyans. He, in fact, was his dad was actually a pretty chill dude. Don't like it. Fuck this chapter. Bunch of filler. Way to waste a month.
Oh,
Yep. GB, you got anything to say back to me about that one?
No, I mean, I definitely think that's a fair argument. honestly. But the way I think about it, I don't think about it in a sense like probably the way you do, because I mean, you grew up on Dragon Ball. You literally have been loving it ever since pretty much the beginning of regular Dragon Ball.
Yes,
Like
sir.
you have loved it since that point, and I think that's great, honestly. And that's why I think having a podcast is always great, because you get different people's opinions. Personally, though, my opinion, um, just like an asshole, everyone has one. Um, basically, it's just that like I like the fact that that Saiyans are tended to be rough, and like they're like, yeah, like if you're a softie, you're pretty much low class. You're trash. Like everyone trashes on you all the time. And personally, what I think I like about Bardock is that he is a low class warrior. He definitely is. But the fact that he's like, you know what? Maybe if I can change at least one thing, then I feel like maybe I did something with my life, instead of being like just a trash tier character. It's like, the underdog, where you think, oh, this person's never really going to do anything in like whatever sport or whatever they're doing. And then all of a sudden they rise up to the top, and now they're like, what, CEO of a business or something. Not
Yeah,
saying that
all right.
Bardock's going to be like that, but
I mean, he does have that underdog. Excuse me. He does have that underdog mo for sure, and like his first and only story up until they, did that extra TV special where you get sent back in time, and he's the original Super Saiyan, and you know, however you want to talk about a Super Saiyan transformation, whether it's like a pure heart of rage or bad or whatever. That's not a canon thing that we're talking about. I guess I should throw that out there as well. Kind of no consequence, really, but it's another instance of them going back and like trying to make him something that he isn't, a good guy, or like you just said it, GB. You hit on it. Him being the underdog, like a low class warrior who's not supposed to be able to win anything. Like, but I want to see how this flashback goes in the next chapter. Like, I want to see what Manito says to them to be like, yeah, Bardock, he fucking squared up against like 4 other apes, kicked their asses and saved us. Or maybe he like smuggles them to safety when the other big giant apes aren't looking at them. Like, I want to see how they write Bardock and how he gets out of this situation to be able to save them. And is it because he is some kind of mythical, powerful warrior? Because if it is, again, in my opinion, that undercuts Goku. That's at the expense of Goku again. It's like, oh, you're the most powerful warrior in the world because your dad was really strong. Like, that's actually kind of what they did to Gohan, huh?
Yeah.
Anyway, stop doing Goku wrong. He's my boy and my only friend.
Fine. You, Kyle.
Yeah, man. Fuck Kyle.
All right.
Anyway,
Let me add a little interjection, because you were talking about that episode of Bardock, this legendary, the original Super Saiyan and all that. I don't think
yeah.
Did that really portray him as a good guy, or basically
he like saves that little plant people? I don't know what they're called. I haven't watched it in a minute. But he saves that goofy ass race of people, doesn't he?
He does save them, but not because of I don't think it was nice. It's just because it was Chilled leading the army, and he's basically like, you know what? Fuck. Have you ever seen the movie Home? This is gonna be a very weird pull, but have you ever seen the movie Home?
I have not. No.
GB?
no, I haven't.
You should. It's that one with the little purple alien named O that's just like, oh, let me go eat these bolts. Here's a drink dispenser in the bathroom. It even comes with a little cake. Do not eat the lemon-flavored cake or something like that.
Damn.
But
sounds wild.
It's actually quite entertaining. It's an adorable little movie. But I get a sense of thing from that is he knows there's a right to it, but doesn't want to do it. Like, though he does save the people, he even has a little bit of moment of, I don't need to do that, but at the same time, God, fuck it, I guess it's Frieza. Fuck Frieza. I want Frieza dead.
Yeah, I feel like I have a memory of him just trying to work out his post-traumatic stress disorder from getting yeeted by Frieza into like another time and dimension, like 1,000 years in the past.
Yeah, he's in a cave just working out and all that, and this kid is basically like, "Ha, here, be my friend, be my friend, be my friend." For like, I think it was like a couple days, and then Bardock's like, eventually, yeah, fuck you, but fine, I'm not. You're gonna keep coming back, so Because Bardock still was that battle-hardened person. Like, honestly, he was still that hardened, I don't want anybody around. I'll kill you if at the moment's notice. But I'm not just going to kill because, I can. He still even seems like, I have a feeling he's going to be, my little spiel I was going on, it's going to be similar to that. Like, it was a mission, Bardock went out on solo to this place, and they were about to, and he got healed by the Namekian in all this sense. I could be wrong on this. It's my headcanon until it happens.
Word.
But
Get that.
he's on this planet, gets almost killed, and then they get attacked by, let's say, the Heaters or something like that. Just throw the Heaters in there. They get attacked by something, and Bardock is basically like, you know what? Fuck you people, but fuck you people even more. And takes him out. He still has it may be the kindness in there, just of, I guess, thanks you guys didn't let me die, but he's not going to be like the, how he is with Gohan. He hasn't met Gohan. How he is with Goku. He's like, oh, we need to save my boy, my baby boy. We need to save him. Yeah. He's going to be like a, you know what? You guys aren't the worst things. I'm not going to kill you. That should be the thing. I am not going to kill you. I will let you live. I'm going to kill them, and you're never going to see me again, but I will not kill you. I feel like it's going to have that battle-hardened, still sense of, basically, fuck you, but fuck this guy more.
I guess we'll see what happens. I mean, he's going to save the kid. They put like a very specific time frame on it as well. Like, they say the one who saved us 40 years ago. And if Granola is 10 years old 40 years ago, that's when this memory takes place or whatever. That makes baby Goku around 2 or 3 years old, just before he gets sent off to Earth. So he's going to save Granola, whatever. He's probably going to go back. Whatever does end up happening with like how he saves them, I ultimately think it's just going to be a little lead in to be able to have him say, and then he went back to Vegeta and tried to fight Frieza and sent Goku to Earth. Isn't that cool? And then Goku knows that piece of his history or whatever you want to say. And that'll be another chapter. Like, I'm already ready to not read October. I'll wake me up in November and I'll read that chapter, because that's like the next thing I know that'll be like fresh for Dragon Ball that I, haven't already predetermined or hasn't already been predetermined based on what they've already given us here in the month of September.
And you know what's actually a really good way to end this, because I think we're getting to the point of ending, is you can actually hear our thoughts on the next chapter, because I'm going to be on Dragon Ball Super Dope discussing the manga with them.
Yes, this is true. It's chapter 68, right? 68.
I think so. Yeah, it is 68. So yeah, you can go hear our thoughts. We'll figure out what's... I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No, you're good. So I think the way we're publishing, I think episode might be coming out a day or two before, I forget, 2 or 3 days before the chapter review will drop on my feed, but there will be a link in show notes or whatever it is you guys do. And yeah, I'm excited to have you on, man. And we'll see how this Bardock shit plays out. Hopefully I don't have a big old meltdown in front of you and GB next month or whenever we record that, like I did this most recent episode for chapter 67.
So yeah, stay tuned, people out there. On the night, this episode I think is the 19th is what I have the scheduling, and so this is going to come out like a day or two, like he was saying, before his thing. So go check out Dragon Ball Super Dope. Is it all Spotify? Is it also on YouTube, or is it just Spotify? Or where do you guys have all your stuff?
Yeah, most of the stuff does go to YouTube, audio only, but it is there. You could listen to it. And yeah, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts, podcasts primarily for sure.
All right.
And yeah, that'll be up soon, and that'll be very cool.
I'm excited. And also, GB, thank you so much for being here, GB.
Yeah, of course. I'm always happy to be on a podcast, and especially when it's about something I love very much.
Dokkan.
We summoning? I'm ready to summon, dude.
Yeah, let's go do some summons. All right, Kyle, since you were the first one I talked to, why don't you do our first summon? You can do a multi or a single, whatever your choice.
Doing a multi on this top legendary summon for the new SSR Vegeta or Krillin and Gohan, parentheses kid.
All right, and we'll rate and see who wins come the end. So you got to take the first unit of your multi. First or last one. I'll say that. You have to either pick the first one or the last one.
Bro, I had Gohan. No, wait. Who'd I have? The androids and Tien-Han just fly up with me. Is that good or bad?
If it's both 17 and 18, then it's very good. If it's just one of them, it's not the best.
It's two of them with Tien-Han.
Oh, that's good.
All right. Kamehameha. I have to like tap the screen and shit. I got my rituals when I do summons, you know. Super Saiyan 3. That's it. Super Saiyan 3. Let's see.
Imagine if you got Super Saiyan God.
Yakon.
I'm still
I got
needing
an
that
SSR
LR.
Zamasu.
Is your first
I
one?
got that's my second one. Then I got an SSR Android 17. Goku, King Cold, Goku, Kui, Kuririn, Midoriya. Ooh, shit! I got that SSR Future Gohan. Oh wait, I'm pretty sure I already have this one. That's an old unit.
Oh, the tech one?
Yes.
I like that tech one. He's one of my favorite units. I love him.
Yeah, I definitely have him though. Anyway, I feel like that's not a very good summon. So who's next?
GB!
Which are we doing? Just the legendary summon banner?
It's your choice. I did the legendary summon because I am not going to summon the Frieza and I want the Vegeta.
Gotcha. I also want the Vegeta, but I'm gonna go for Super Saiyan Goku because I like his banner, and plus I still don't have physical GT Goku, and I really would like him.
He's good.
Right,
That's an old unit too, right?
No, this one there is an old GT Goku, but this one came out a few months 4 or 5 months ago. He's a newer one.
Word.
I have Trunks, Yamcha, and Whis flying.
Ooh, Whis.
Rainbow release. Goku turns Super Saiyan. And he's evolving to Super Saiyan 2.
And the third?
Nope, not the third.
Nope.
Go even further beyond.
Look at how long my hair could get.
Cool. They got the tech Gohan and Piccolo, the newest one that came out.
Nice.
And I got Borgos, giant ape.
Which one's Borgos?
He's the balding one.
He was the bald one, kind of like bald forehead.
Word, yeah.
Thinning, as King Neptune from SpongeBob would say. Right, I lost this one. Mine was a Piccolo with Goku, and I just pulled an SR physical Vegeta, so I lost this one.
Oh boy.
Well, you know what that means.
I gotta be on your podcast.
Well, yeah, totally. But I'm doing another multi-summon because I got a rainbow. Let's go. Come on, motherfucker. I have 268 Dragon Stones and I do not give one out, and hopefully it'll come out with Super Saiyan 2. What the hell?
While he does that, GB, what's your LR count at? I'm kind of curious. Like, I just pulled the Tech 17 last night, and I'm really excited that I got him.
Oh, nice. Let me see how many LRs do I have? Have definitely a lot. See. I also got that new Krillin and Goten. No, not Goten, Jesus. Krillin and Gohan.
A Goku kid.
Yeah.
I got him last night too. I was really excited.
Well, let me just put it to LRs and see how many I have.
I got a Tech Ultimate Gohan on that next multi. That's the only thing, really.
I have 41 LRs.
Jesus Christ.
Not bad. Not bad. Wait, one of our guys, Will, I think, finally got 20 the other day, so.
I have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, you haven't been playing for a few years, so that's the thing. LRs weren't as big a thing, as easy to get, and back in our day as they are now.
I have 4 Tech LRs. I should be playing a Tech team or some such thing. Whatever. I don't care. I'm done with this silly ass game. But you know what? Dokkan Wen was Dokkan fun.
Thanks. Honestly, thank you guys a lot for being here. I have fun with these kind of things. I know this isn't more of your natural environment as far as I know, because like you guys do manga reviews. One of you does gaming. I got to go check out the NPC podcast. Go check out, Dragon Ball Super Dope NPC podcasts, and say bye, guys.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Dokkan Wen, oh man, I had a blast.
Have a nice day, everybody.